Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's Montez McCamish from itsmontez.com. Thanks so much for tuning in. And if you've read the title, then you know what's going on here. I've got a very, very, very awesome interview. First, before we get right into who the interview is, I'm going to tell you how this kind of came about. As you can see, I've been doing some kind of things with Direct Cellars. If you don't know what that is, then you're going to hear about what that is, a little bit about it anyway. And there's going to be descriptions in the bottom to where you can click and check it out. And there's going to be a whole lot more videos to come. But anyway, I was researching the company. I thought it was a really, really great company. And I had to go through the woodworks, went through the woodworks to get you all someone that has got the best knowledge of how to do this. She's been in plenty of companies, done plenty of big things inside these companies. Someone that's actually been in the business. I'm going to bring you this interview because, again, on this channel, I want you to learn something. I want you to grow. If you're not growing, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm wasting my time. Anyway, on this interview, you're going to get that information. I want you to go ahead and make sure you put your comment in the comment box because we are on a live feed. Make sure you comment and say something. If you got a question, ask it. I'm going to ask her, and she'll answer it. So, you know, it's pretty cool. Without further ado, Miss Priscilla, how are you doing?
I am amazing. How are you?
I'm doing quite well. I'm doing so well. Thank you so much for coming on the show with me today.
You are very welcome. I'm honored and blessed that you even asked me to be on your show.
Tell the viewers and tell everyone a little bit about who you are and what it is that you do, please.
Okay, well, first and foremost, I am a wife and a stay-at-home mom for the past 20 years. I am also a believer in Jesus Christ, so I don't waver from my faith. And my whole goal in my life was to be able to stay at home while earning extra money from home and helping others do the same. And I found that in network marketing. About 8 years ago, I started in a health and fitness business, and we can talk about that later if you like. But I quit doing that about 16 months ago, and I just celebrated my year anniversary with Direct Cellars on November 3rd, just this week. And it's been a crazy ride. I'm actually number 6 in the company out of 40,000 people, and it is a dream come true. So my team is doing well, I'm doing well, and with my team being successful, that's what makes me happy because that's all I ever wanted in my last businesses was for my team to have success. So that's a little bit about me.
Sweet, sweet. So again, ladies and gentlemen, you just heard lots of like interesting facts there. So it's going to get deep. Make sure you lock yourself in and get ready to take this knowledge in, take it in. So we're gonna go ahead and jump right on into this interview. If I would love to start with what was things before you knew what things were. So I'm saying like when you were young, take us back to a young you. What were you doing?
So before I got married, I worked in an office as a sales secretary. And I remember sitting there thinking to myself, there has to be more in this life than me sitting behind a desk, working for someone else, being on their time schedule. You know, if I wanted to take a day off, I had to call in and ask for a day off. Or if I was sick, I had to call in and say I'm taking a sick day. And I just always knew that I was destined for more than working for someone else 40 hours a week. Now, let me back up. I don't have a college degree. I have, you know, a little bit of college.
You said you don't have a college degree?
No, I don't.
Wow. Wow. Okay. So like, I'm sorry. I'm going to try to interject here. And I know, ladies and gentlemen, if you got questions, put them in the comment box and you can ask yours. But right now, I'm going to ask mine. Okay. But so I want to know, was your parents, how were your parents? Did they finish college? Did they tell you that you needed to finish college? How was that like?
So I don't have a dad. I don't know who my dad is. My mom my mom married a few times. She got her college degree when she was older, like when the three of us kids were growing up. I was never great in school, but I knew that God was going to do great things in my life. I just knew it. And I do remember, I'll tell you a story real quick. I remember a time in high school when my parents didn't have $5 to give me. $5 to give me for something. And I told myself in that moment, I'm going to make my life different. I'm going to make my life different for my future children, because I knew I was going to have kids someday. And I did not want my kids to feel embarrassed because their best friend's mom had to pay for them, which is what happened to me. My best friend's mom had to pay the $5 for me because they literally did not have $5 extra to give me. So I knew I was going to change my future in that moment. And when I started network marketing, I knew there was a big, huge goal that I could reach. It took me 4 years to earn $100,000 in my fitness business. And it took me just my first year to earn $91,000 in direct sellers. Now, we are going to put an income disclaimer down here in the comment section. I'm going to send to you so that you can put them there, Montez, because that we have to protect ourselves. You know, just because I've made this kind of money, don't think it's easy. Like, I had to work for it.
Let's go a little bit further on that working for it thing, because like there's a whole lot of people that get into something, and whether they're a musician or they're doing acting or they're starting out a new job, they think that this thing is supposed to be like,
yeah,
right here, I want it now. Like it's a marathon, not a sprint. Speak to us a little bit about the work ethic, what it really takes to get there.
So in my business, I have a getting started right video that I send my team. I have an email that is step-by-step that helps them with getting started. I have built 95% of my business on Facebook, a little bit on Instagram. I've gotten some people from Instagram as well. But I teach them how to talk to people. We have scripts for them to use. We have a training website. And like I said, I have a step-by-step email that I send to my team to get them going. And I have a 3-step invite that I kind of put together myself for my team that has worked for me for the past year, and it has worked for so many others. I actually have 3 out of my downline that are in the top 20 income earners of the whole company. So that's really exciting, knowing that it's working for them as well. But as far as the work ethic goes, it's like it is a job. It's a job. You don't get into network marketing and think, okay, I'm in, the money's gonna fall off the trees. That's not the way this works. You have to put the time in. You have to invite people to hear about your opportunity. You have to share videos with them, and then you have to follow up with them. It's like, Montez, if I just sent you a video and I never followed up with you, would I be that good of a leader?
Well, I wouldn't say so, no.
No, I wouldn't. So that is what I teach my team. You have to follow up with people. The fortune is in the follow-up. Some people here in network marketing have probably heard that, and it's so true. I learned that in my last company. I learned so much in my last company that I brought over here, going from fitness to wine. Network marketing is network marketing. It's
right.
just
Tell us a little bit about the like this is not really a great topic but I mean, it's true, right? Everyone goes through this. For the people that go through the no situation, some people are like, get depressed, have to take medicine over it, have to like take out a week, get stressed out. So like, I'm sure that you've gone through that stage to where like, man, I'm getting hecka no's right now. I'm not sure what's going on. How do you pull yourself up out of there and say, I'm going to pull myself up and I'm going to keep on treading. I'm going to keep on walking. I'm going to keep on going on for what I want to do. Could you tell the audience?
Yeah, first of all, you're going to get no's. That's the nature of this business. People are afraid to step outside of their comfort zone and do something new. It's just normal. Everybody is nervous. Do you think I didn't say yes the first time I was invited to this business? I said yes the second time. And I'm very thankful I said yes, because where I am today is something that's amazing. But I'll tell you what, here is a book. I don't know if you could see it. Go for No. This is a great book. He basically teaches you how to go for 20 no's a day. So you go out and you invite people and wait. You do not stop until you get 20 no's a day. Because guess what? The more no's you get, the closer you're going to get to your yes. And if you can't handle no, you're going to have a real hard time in this business.
And you know what? Let's talk about that. That's powerful. Getting to know yourself is very important. What do they call that? Self-awareness, right?
Development, yes.
So as far as, like, get one on the chin, right? What about this? Sometimes this business isn't for you. This business isn't for everyone. I would like you to go a little bit further on that, because again, like, sometimes I think that people force something that shouldn't be forced. Like, there should be a feeling. Like, for you, can you kind of bring us to that feeling that you were like, hey, you know what, this is going to be for me? Like, for the person that's trying to get themselves there, but this clearly isn't for them. Can you speak to that?
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what I did. And I told you I am a Christian woman. I prayed and asked God, what do you want me to do? Like, this was brought to me again. Is this something that you want me to do? And I kept thinking about it and thinking about it and thinking about it. And I didn't stop thinking about it. So I knew in my heart that it was time for me to move over to the wine business. And it was time for me to try something new. And with it being newer, we just launched February of 2017. That's when you want to get involved in these new network marketing businesses, when they are new. Now, if you are having somebody push you into joining, that's no fun, because guess what? They're going to have to push you to work. And if you don't have that drive in you to make your life better, to make your life better for your family, to make a future for your family, nobody can do that for you. I can sign up all the people I want. I can show them the way, but I can't do it for them. They have to do it themselves.
Exactly. You can lead a horse to water, but you cannot make it drink. So, like, I think that's so powerful. Like, I was speaking to someone else, when you're doing these kinds of companies, it's cool to sign people up. It's cool to get people to join your company. These are cool things, but I think also it's very important to know that that person that you're signing up with needs to be someone that's somewhat like you. If they're not like you, you're gonna probably be like kicking a dead horse. So could you talk about that? Have you ever been in a situation such as this, and how did you deal with it if you had?
Well, you and I had a little conversation about this. I don't normally talk to men about the business because they're not my brand. My brand is moms, stay-at-home moms, single moms who want to make their life better for them and their kids. Like, that's my brand, and I know that. So when men reach out to me, I told you this, like, I don't know if there's like an ulterior motive or what's going on. But when you're in top 10, other people will come to you.
And again, ladies and gentlemen, I want you all to really know I literally went through it to get this guest on for you all. So you had better love the content. You had better love it. Like, I went through it. Tell us again, like, how might someone, how can someone, like a woman that's in the business, is like, hey, look, how might they go through an assessment on, I think this is okay to approach the situation? How did you go through the assessment? Ladies and gentlemen, she's gonna give you facts now.
Go through the assessment. Well, honestly, we just teach our team to, this is what you do. I'm going to throw it out there for you. You download your Facebook friends list and you use the scripts to start inviting. Now, before you invite, you want to look at their Facebook wall and see what they're all about. And I'll tell you why right now. I had somebody try to prospect me today from a different company. Obviously, he did not look at my profile to see that I'm top 10 income earner in another company, because he was trying to pitch me that I could make extra money with his business. And I was laughing. I'm like, you didn't even look at who I am. So you have to look at their profiles and see what they're all about, so you can genuinely ask questions and care about that person. Don't just be like, I'm just going to throw out 20 invites and do it all the same thing. You don't know what that person is going through. Maybe they lost a loved one last week. Maybe they're going through a divorce. Like, you don't know. That's why it's important to see their Facebook profile and see what they're going through before you start inviting. So that's what we teach.
You know, that's really true. You know, I think it's how, you know, I think some people, they go through the social media system and they get the point that social media is very, very active. But I think they also forget the point that, hey, there's a human on the other side of that phone or that computer or that tablet or whatever. You got to treat this person with respect. Actually get to go down and know who you're actually trying to get in touch with. Now, I'd like to touch on some key points and some tips and skills here, if at all possible. If you could spill some beans for us, I'd like to talk about what are some techniques that you might use on Facebook or social media to get more leads, gaining more leads on social media.
So first and foremost, you want to only post about 3 times a day. And once, I would say probably like 3 times a week, you would share about your business. Not every day, because you're going to make that overkill for people. I do a lot of Facebook Live videos, whether it's, you know, this is actually one of the, I used to do this every day. I need to get back to it. Reading a daily devotional, you know, reading this, sharing something uplifting for people, teaching something. If you're reading your personal development book, teach about it, so that then you are actually putting content out there that people can learn from. And when they start thinking about, I want to make extra money, they're going to start thinking about you, because that's what you do. And I would say once a week, you do a Facebook Live about your opportunity. Now, that's very powerful. Facebook Live is just like this with YouTube. You know, people will look at the lives more than they will look at a post or a picture. So that's kind of what we teach over on my team.
You know what, ladies and gentlemen, she really just dropped some dimes for you. I hope y'all picked it up, because I think you've got about $1 in your pocket. I think that is very, very true. If you're looking at like just trying to create value and awareness on what it is that you're doing, just trying to create that somehow, some way. Some people say I don't have value. Well, I think it like this. It's like, I have some videos back. It says just like this. Nielsen rating calls you and asks you for an opinion. What did you think about this? Now, if they're asking for your opinion, that's got to be value. You know, like it's got to be something. So like, yeah, it just blows my mind. So tell us a little bit about some of the ways that Direct Seller has really helped you in your life. Is it something that's, I mean, other than financially, of course, you know what I mean? What are some other ways that it's actually helped you, or maybe created you better ideas or thought? I don't even know, but is there any other ways, please?
Well, I mean, I just had the opportunity again this in February and in October to speak on stage in front of 1,200, 1,500 people. And that was something that if you would have told me I was going to do, you know, 5, 6 years ago, I would have been like, no, I've been freaking out. So I have grown as a person. I've grown as a leader. I feel like my marriage is better because my husband, you know, not that he's building this business with me, but he's super proud of me, and he's always like bragging on me to his friends and people at work. I mean, this business has helped us all around. I mean, like you said about financially, but we helped my daughter get into her first car. which, you know, she's 17. So to be able to help your children, which is that's all I wanted to do. I wanted to change my future for my children. And that's what we're doing right now because of this business.
Wow. Wow. So ladies and gentlemen, you do know that this is going to, if you so do choose to get involved, it's going to help you. Like, it doesn't have to be financially. It can help you all around realms. Like,
it can change your life, but you have to be willing to put in the work and allow the change to happen. So many times, and I'll just shoot this at you right now. People get in, and like you said, they expect, you know, instant gratification. They expect the money to just come falling in right when they sign up. Well, guess what? You have to actually put the opportunity in front of people for that money to come in. It's not just like it's going to fall in your lap.
Facts.
Yeah. And then people give up after a month or 2 or 3 or even 6 months. And then guess what? Everybody they've talked to are going, I wonder about that direct sellers thing. I wonder if she's still doing that. Then they go to their page and there's nothing on direct sellers. Guess what? They gave up, and that person, maybe they're looking. Maybe they're going to come find me because they know I'm still doing it.
I like it. I mean, it's true. It's true. Don't. Sometimes it's not. You shouldn't flip the script so quick. Don't jump ship. Stay on the boat. Like, you never know what you might get out of it. Now, tell us a little bit about some techniques maybe that if you're trying to stay inside the business and you're feeling like, you know, not really techniques, but some things that you could do to kind of slow the roll and chill, right? To find your happy place, if you will. What do you do when you're tensed up? What do you do? Because, I mean, sometimes I know you got to go stare crazy staring at the computer, looking at it, staring at the phone, being on the phone calls. You get stressed out. You got life. How do you kind of sometimes shut the door?
Well, I mean, for me, I have a life outside of this. You know, I have a boot camp that I go to probably 4 to 5 times a week. We just got a new puppy. So I've been taking care of that puppy. That takes a lot out of you. It's like having a kid.
What kind of puppy is it?
He's an English cream golden retriever.
Oh, wow.
He's so cute. Oh, my gosh. Can I show you a picture of him?
Yeah, I'd love to see a picture of your puppy.
You are going to love him. And this is when we first got him. I don't know if you could see it. Look.
I can see it. What's his name?
His name is Chase.
Chase. Oh, that's a very, very cute puppy.
So that's him there. And then this is him today. Mommy and him took a picture. I mean, look at that face.
Yeah, you cannot be frowning at that.
So that's my new baby. So he's taking a lot of time. You know, I just got his shots today, so we went out on a walk. So just, you know, doing your personal development reading, because you have to get your mind right. And if you're hearing a lot of no's, which you will, you have to keep your mind right. Otherwise, you are going to go crazy. But having things to do outside of your business is something that's very important, whether it's, like I just said, you know, meeting friends for a movie, or going to dinner with friends, or taking your dog out for a walk, or going to work out. You know, get that aggression out, working out, and just taking care of yourself. Because if you don't take care of you, nothing's going to work.
Right. Your body is a temple.
Yes. God gave it to us, and we're supposed to treat it like that.
Absolutely. Yeah. Do you have any mentors? Do you have anyone that's kind of like coached you into what you're doing? You have anyone that you look up to that said, hey, look, or say, hey, look, you can do this, or someone that kind of gives you your inspiration, that pushes you?
Well, we have a lot of quote unquote mentors in my upline. I don't really want to name a bunch of names, but you always have somebody above you that has been through the things that you're going through. So always reach out to your upline and just ask them, you know, like, is there something I can do to help me get through this dry spell? We all have dry spells. I even get them, you know, and I'm top 10. But one thing I tell my team, and if everybody's listening, is join Rank Makers. RayHigdon.com/rank makers. You can get on the waiting list. And there's a lot of network marketers in his group. Gosh, there's like thousands of us in there. It's not free. You have to pay for it. But every day Ray gives you, it's called the Ray Daily. Every single day he does a video and gives you some nuggets that you can use for your business, whether you're in the wine business, you're in fitness, you're in skincare, whatever it is. He gives you something to help everybody in what they're going through. And we've got a good probably half of our team in Rank Makers.
Yeah, you know what? That's very important. I think that you did touch on something. Intellectual property is not free. So if someone's going to spend their time and give you their thoughts and their opinions and their ideas, so let's go ahead and speak on this. Investing in yourself, putting your money where you're going to be able to excel to that next step. Can you speak on that a little bit, please?
Oh, yeah. I mean, going to events, ordering personal development books, I went to a industry network marketing training this year. It was in Dallas. I'm from California, and I flew to Dallas to go to this event because I knew that going to this event was going to help me in my business. So going to industry trainings, going to your corporate conferences, like ours is called Uncorked. I've been to both. I've been to the one in Vegas at our launch, and I just got back from the one in New York, and then we're going back to Vegas in February. And I will be at all of them because that's what I know is important for my business, and my team knows that too. We have, I think, close to 100 people from our team going already, just in like the early stages of buying the tickets. So that's exciting. And yeah, get to events. You have to get to events, and you always walk away learning something. And then if your company has quarterly events, like I'm actually going to be hosting a Western regional training, and I'm going to have some top people from the company there doing trainings. I don't care if you walk away and you learn one thing. It is worth your time and your money to invest in yourself and a training.
Tell us a little bit about your team. Tell us a little bit how you came up with the name. Tell us a little bit about how it all developed for you.
So Jen is my sponsor. We came in on the same day. We knew each other from the health and fitness business, and she's the one that came to me and asked me to join her. So we joined on the same day. We originally didn't really have a team, and then I told her the team is getting so big and we have our own personally sponsored people. Let's start our own team page. And we threw around some names and we came up with Wine Boss, which is actually kind of cool because I already had a website. My website is wineboss.biz, and I actually have a license plate that says it. I have to go pick it up. They called me today and said it's ready. And we decided on Wine Boss because it's good. It's not just women, right? It can go for men too. So we couldn't do like Wine Mamas, or you know what I mean? We couldn't do that because we have men on our team. That's not cool. So I think Wine Boss, so that's our team name, and it's just really fun to go to events and have all these wine bosses there, and they know who you are. You're walking through and you're like, hey, Wine Boss. And you're like, yeah, what? And they're like talking to you. They know you because you're Wine Boss.
Right. What's up? One of your favorite bottles of wine?
We like reds, like blends, Cabernets, blends, Merlots, not my favorite, but I'll drink it. But I'm a champagne girl. We're actually coming out with a champagne very soon. I can't wait, or a sparkling wine or whatever. But that's going to be like, that's when we're going to switch over to white so that Mama can get her champagne.
What's up? Now tell us a little bit about, because it seems like you've reached lots of goals. I don't even know if you have any more left. I don't really know, but do you have
one left? Would you like me to tell you what it is?
Yeah, I was going to ask, please.
So we have a jet program here with Direct Cellars. We don't have a card program, which I kind of hope that they do. start a car program because not everybody can reach the JET program.
The car program. Tell us a little bit about the car program and the JET program.
We don't have a car program right now. We have a JET program. So you can get a...
What's the JET program? What's a car program first?
So a lot of companies have where you can earn, like if you reach a certain rank or whatever, you can earn a car. Like they literally give you like either, it could be a car that they have chosen, or like my last company, they gave us $500 a month.
Oh, like Mary Kay or something like that.
Yeah, but what they're doing here, we have a JET program, like a private jet program. And to get that program, you have to earn $100,000. Once you hit that rank, 100,000 accumulative earnings, then you earn the JET program. But not everybody's going to earn that. So for me, I kind of hope that eventually they do come out with a car program and you can kind of choose, like, do I want the car program or do I want the JET program?
No, what's this JET program? What does it come with? Like, so like if I got the car, I mean, it's obvious I get to keep the car. I can drive it. But what about this jet? It seems kind of expensive. Does that mean like I can fly wherever I want, or like how does that?
I don't really know all the details because I have not earned it yet. I'm almost there. But the difference with this is it says, you know, you're in a small jet. I picked up somebody from the jet when I picked her up. And let me see if I can find the picture for you.
She said?
I picked her up. Like I literally went to you. The cool thing is you don't have to go through customs or anything. You literally like they park and they walk through. And then I went out and took pictures with her and stuff at the jet. Like they don't even have to go through anything. They do have dogs there sniffing. They do have police dogs there, but it was pretty cool. I was like, I could get used to that.
seems like it's pretty awesome. Seems like it. Well, I want to know. I got a few more questions. I know you're busy, and I know you got a lot of stuff going on, but I got a few more questions. I want to know if there is like a way that you could kind of like speak to the younger generation, if there's a question you would like to ask the younger generation, or not really so much a question, but like a motivating tip for the generation, or even someone that's kind of in a slump, could you give them one?
You know, honestly, you have to dig deep inside of you and really remember, why did you start this business? What made you say yes? What were your dreams? What were your goals? Because your dreams are going to be different than mine. My dream is to retire my husband. What's yours? When you're young, most people, when they're young and they live, I don't know where you live, but I live in California and it is expensive to live.
I'm in Kentucky.
Oh, you're in Kentucky. Okay. Well, I live in California and it is expensive to live here. So for a lot of younger people here, I mean, they might want to buy a house someday. That's a great goal. You got to work for it. It's not just going to happen. And you have to remember why you started. Like I said, so many people get started in network marketing and they give up on themselves so quickly because they're not strong enough. They hear no. They hear I'm not ready right now. And they don't understand that this takes time. Like I've been talking to some people since I started and they're still not ready. They're still on my list, but I don't follow up with them all the time like I used to because I need to focus on new people. And that's where people stop. They start, you know, I'm just going to keep looking at these 10 people and I'm going to keep inviting the same 10 people. You can't do that. You have to look deep inside of you and say, what is my drive? Is it my family? Is it that I want to be different than my parents were? Is it that I want to buy a house or I want to buy a car? Maybe I just want to have a savings account. Maybe I want to have money put aside to where I'm not struggling every single week. That could be it. Maybe you're tired of your account going negative every month or every week. Maybe you just want to have a couple $100 extra in your account. So you have to dig deep into inside of you and what's driving you. Do you want to be top 10? Do you want to be on that stage and where your team is yelling for you and you're just so proud and humbled all at the same time? What do you want out of this business? Because I can't do it for you. You can only do it for you.
I got this last question, and then we'll go on. Excuse me for the closeout. But if you will, before you get off the phone, just hold for me. It'll go off broadcast, and then I just want to talk to you before you jet off for me. But my last question is, I want you to ask the audience a question. I want you to ask the audience any question you might have, and we're gonna title this the question that you ask, Priscilla's question to everyone or to her fans. So like your question, I want you to ask it. And again, like I told you, ladies and gentlemen, you know how it gets done. I edit this stuff up and I send it back out. So if you don't watch the full thing, you're gonna have to watch the thing anyway, because I'm gonna do it like you know how I do. Anyway, your question, please.
I want to know if you've been thinking about joining this amazing wine business that is going to be the #1 wine company on the planet. If you're thinking about it, what has stopped you from joining? I mean, you have to take a leap of faith if you want to see change happen in your life. And if you don't take that step, you're going to remain in the same spot for the rest of your life. So if you want change, you have to make it happen. So if you haven't joined yet, why not? What's stopping you? Is it the money? Guess what? I didn't have the money to start. I had to borrow the money to start, and I got my investment back in 2 days. So if I can do it, if this stay-at-home mom with no college degree can become a 6-figure earner in a year's time, what's stopping you? That's my
ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, that's the question. Make sure you leave your answer in the comment box. Can you please tell the ladies and gentlemen where they can find you at, and your social media sites and all that?
Yeah, facebook.com/Priscilla Ashleigh, and that's Priscilla. And then my last name is different. It's Ashleigh. Same tag for Instagram, just Priscilla Ashleigh. And then Twitter is Priscilla's Fit, Priscilla SFIT. And that's from my last company, which I did a lot of business on Twitter back then. And according to you, I need to get out there again.
Oh, I'm just saying it would be not. I mean, I'm surprised that you're doing what you're doing without it, because I'm like, wow, like. Ladies and gentlemen, again, if you haven't, just go Google her, man. I'm telling you what, if you go check her out, it's your brain's gonna be like, what? Like I said, I went through a whole lot to get Miss Priscilla Ashleigh on this call for you all. I went through it all. I went through it all, and I know that you all have enjoyed this interview. Do you have any more links that you want to share out? Do you have anything else?
Yeah, my website is wineboss.biz. So wineboss.biz. That's my website. And you can check out some videos there. You can also check out my YouTube, which I have a lot of training videos on there. I have an opportunity video there that you can watch. And I also have a video there that talks about why I left fitness for wine.
Now, do you think I could? Do you think maybe we can like pre-book another time for you to come on the show again?
Sure, we can do that.
Sweet, yeah. Sweet. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you all have enjoyed this interview. You've heard it here first from Miss Priscilla Ashleigh, Wine Boss. I think you all are going to getting the best information out of this interview. Got a lot of nuggets inside of it. Leave your comments in the box and also share the content. Sharing is caring, and I want you all to care. And also, too, make sure you go and follow her. Go through the links. Check them out. Let's get involved. I'm going to be having her on again. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you all have any questions and you haven't left them in there, again, leave them in there for me. Miss Priscilla Ashleigh, thank you so much for being on.
You're very welcome. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
You're very welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Montez McCamish from itsmontez.com. You know what we do here. We share content, we create content, and we give you the best content. Itsmontez.com. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share. If you don't do that, you're not going to be able to keep up. No. It's Montez with Cameras from itsmontez.com.